Cafe Networking podcast promotes successful business experts. I'm Tom Marioc, known as the King of Networking, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. Joining us today from Horsham, England, is Marc Jarrett, founder of the Virtual Power Networking, a unique omni-channel hybrid networking ecosystem of WhatsApp groups where virtual and reality converge seamlessly. So, Marc, why do you use WhatsApp to connect people?
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me here. There are 2 billion reasons why I use WhatsApp, because that's how many people use it. Does that answer your question?
Well, keep going. Why do you keep using it?
So, because it's ubiquitous. Practically everyone uses WhatsApp in Europe, in Australasia, and all over the world. So that's why WhatsApp is my go-to communications platform, because it's the world's most popular communications tool.
Well, and too, that when you say when they use that, they're using it to speak to each other or to text each other.
That's a bonus for me. As you know, only 1 in 5 Americans use WhatsApp, and those that do use it typically only use it when they or their friends and family are traveling overseas for the free calls and video calls. The networking takes place in WhatsApp groups, and that is primarily text-driven. So for me, the calls and the video calls are like a bonus. Each WhatsApp group has got its own theme. So that might be biotech or construction, mental health, fashion, you name it. Each industry has its own WhatsApp group. And I've got 84 country-specific groups, which I've co-created with trustworthy individuals who are well-connected in their country. So whatever you need, lawyer, accountant, warehouse, distribution partner, we can find the right individual to help you meet your business goals.
Well, you mentioned the point which I think is very relevant. You said only 1 in 5 Americans use it, and that's when they travel.
Right.
I'm in Brazil. Everybody, there are 100 million users in Brazil. That's like half of the population. Everybody uses it all day, every day. And much of what you just said, obviously for personal connections, we have family groups. I have family groups. That's how we connect every day. My family can be anywhere, but that's our connection. The video portion is a highlight because we can see each other, what we're doing, what we're not doing. The texting part is more objective. All right, the short version of whatever, pick me up, I'm here, get the kids. But to a business sense, it's the same thing. The businesses have used it to their favor here in Brazil. And I'm saying businesses in general, small businesses, large business corporations, everybody, they use it and interact with their clients.
Absolutely.
And so constantly. It's constantly. Sometimes you can say, well, it's invasive. Well, it's not if the business side knows how to use it well. So it's sort of a permission activation of say, well, can I do this to you on WhatsApp? You say yes, then you'll get stuff. So that's what I find as being very, very valuable.
So my latest group is called Quantum Medical Algorithms. Now, I know nothing about quantum medical algorithms, but what I do know is when you get 2 people in the same room that have an interest in that, then there's going to be a meeting of minds, especially with something so niche and specialized.
Well, I agree with you because somebody, whatever your expertise is and wherever you are, there is a somebody out there that you can connect with that would share the same thing, whether you know. And I think that's important. It's how do we plug people in throughout the globe?
I've even got namesake groups. One of them is called Terrific Toms, and it's full of people called Tom.
Right.
And you've got that in common.
Right. And they share information about their name?
Well, much more than their name. Of course, I use LinkedIn to source them.
Right.
But then, it's magical what happens in these groups. Beautiful. I connect human beings. And there's no artificial intelligence involved.
Right.
But I can assure you there is nothing artificial about the intelligence of the people in my network. They are business rock stars. And I am in awe of them. I just surround myself with amazing people like you, Tom, and I connect them.
Well, you're the curator, right? You keep mixing the pot, right?
Right. I'm the networking jockey.
Well, very good. But I do, and I use, and I see how it is used proactively and to success. Because even here within, I'm part of several business associations. And each one of those business associations obviously has groups. And in those groups, we have WhatsApp groups. And that becomes, I want to say a club, but it becomes a platform of like-minded whoever's. And issues on issue of whatever was discussed in meetings. And so that is a facilitator of creating objectivity and also helped us in a virtual world. Because previously in associations, this was even pre-pandemic, associations would have face-to-face meetings. You would have to go somewhere to meet someone, to hear something. Today, that's changed. Pandemic helped it a little bit, but now that's still ongoing. We prefer to have our meetings or to meet as a catch-up or a follow-through, generally on WhatsApp.
When you go to my LinkedIn, you'll see that I wrote an article in 2018 called The Wonderful World of Virtual Networking. Back then, no one really took me that seriously. But when the pandemic came, it became the only way to network. Right. But I love it because it saves so much time, money, and carbon. But best of all, it's global. The world is our oyster.
Well, and what I've said, many people don't realize there's a world out there. They say they know there's a world and the world's round and all that, but they don't really understand that from a business sense. Many people think of it, like you said, in the States, they think about it when they're traveling. They think of it as a tourist. I'm not saying that's bad. That's part of it. But even if you have your small shop on the outskirts of Horsham, or here if I have a little shop on the outskirts of Vinhedo, we can reach the world. And the world can reach you if they know where you are.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, Marc, it's been fantastic. I want to congratulate you on what you do and how you do. It's not easy.
Thank you.
But it's growing, and I'm certain you will be successful in many other places of the world. So how can our listeners find you?
So if you go to virtualpowernetworking.com, there's a contact section there. You can ping me directly on WhatsApp. As you can imagine, I live on WhatsApp, so that's the best way. But the second best way is on LinkedIn.
Very good.
LinkedIn plays a key role in what I do because it's a very powerful information tool, but not such a good communications tool, whereas WhatsApp is the opposite. So it's a symbiotic relationship. LinkedIn and WhatsApp really complement each other well. The third and least preferred option would be email, markjarrett@gmail.com, and it's Marc with a C.
Very good. Well, thanks again.
Thanks, Tom.
And again, for our listeners, it's Marc Jarrett, first name M-A-R-C, the last name J-A-R-R-E-T-T. Jarrett. You find him on LinkedIn, TikTok, and virtualpowernetworking.com. Cafe Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at focusmi.com. Talk to Tom, talk to the world. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Cafe and Networking Podcast.